Good morning, folks. Welcome to Coffee Time with Almeida. All right. I have a little co-host with me today. Unexpected. Little poo pants baby right here. Beckett the baby. Eating my wires. Cool. Today on the show, we're going to have Michael Dube, the executive producer of Disrupt America and Good Morning Shut-ins. And his show comes out at 10 o'clock. And we're going to basically talk with him a little bit today and kind of get the concept of the show down and just have a little chat with Mike about some tech and where we are in today's new world. So here we are. Mike Dube, come on.
Hey, Chris. How are you?
Hey, great. How are you? What's happening?
Good. Thanks for having me on, Chris. This is your first show, right?
This is my first show, yeah. How's my lighting? Is it okay? Better than it was?
It's better.
My baby likes putting wires around his neck. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna. I'll watch out for that for you.
I'm gonna work on this whole setup. I don't know if you guys can see it behind me right now, but my house is right behind me. We have, this is my office, which is a disaster right now. But work in progress. This whole thing's a work in progress. Mike started doing Good Morning Shut-ins. What about your 16 shows in now?
Something like that. It's all a big blur, but yeah, I think we're 16 or 17.
Awesome. So basically, he inspired me to do the Almeida show. And I'm definitely thankful for that. And hopefully everybody else is going to have fun on this show. But we have some really cool guests coming on this week. We have Mike today. We have Cassie O'Neill, fitness instructor, on Tuesday. We have Jordan Ferber, comedian from New York City, on Wednesday. We have Chef Michael Wisdom coming in on Thursday. And then Friday, I believe we have Aaron Clemens, a hospitality professional from Providence. So Mike, let's get to it. What's your morning beverage?
It's coffee, actually, that I make in a French press.
Dude, I had the coolest French press. That thing moved with me. I had two things. I moved all over the country. I had this belt that I'm wearing right now that I've had for like 20 years, and my French press. My French press finally broke about a year ago because of things break, I guess. But anyways, right now I'm usually this is my second coffee, and this is my wife's leftover coffee, which I usually save for her in the time of the apocalypse. What do you got to say, buddy? You got something to say? Anyways, anybody have a co-host as a baby? I mean, this is great, right? So anyways, so Mike, what inspired you to start doing Disrupt America?
So I guess my background, part of my background has been in television and video and content production. And so I think especially once we all sort of started getting lockdown orders, it felt like it made sense to do something I enjoy and something that I have a little bit of skill at, I guess.
I like it. Well, I feel like, so I was, bartending and running about the Tasty restaurant, the front of house bar program. And so now I have no more job. So basically, I saw Mike doing Disrupt America, and I was like, oh, this is really cool. And I think it's, it's a great way to connect with people, right? And the coolest thing about it is, like, I'm getting to reach out. I'm getting to reach out to people all throughout my past who live all over the world, like mostly in the United States, but and we're getting to reconnect and talk and see what's going on with the future of our living situation for how long, God knows how long.
Yeah, and you know a bunch of interesting people, so you're gonna have a bunch of cool people on to spend a little bit of time with every morning or every weekday.
Yeah.
Morning.
No, totally. No, I'm really psyched because people have been really responsive to it, and people are asking me to be on the show without me even, because I'm like nervous. I'm like, you want to be on my show? Like, I'm like already, nervous about this. So whatever, but we just do it. So Mike and I know each other from Fall River back in the day. We worked on crazy stuff together. We managed bands. We put together shows. We shot TV pilot. We've done all kinds of stuff. We've run the gamut of our friendship and, just being creative and hanging out with cool people and traveling around. So I was going to say, I don't know. My next question is. Hang on, let me get my. You were
going to ask me something about Netflix. I remember.
Oh yeah. What's your Netflix binge right now?
So I just started season 3 of Ozark.
No, I'm almost finished with it. What do you think so far?
I don't know. I love the show. It was definitely one of those shows I actually avoided it when it first came out, just from like sort of like the look. Like it seemed really dry and boring. I know like Fargo is really good, but it just seemed like Fargo. It seemed like Fargo without the accents is what I was prepared for.
I mean, definitely slow going right at the beginning.
Well, it was like a slow first episode, and then right at the end of the first episode, it was like pow, and I was like, oh my god, I gotta watch this whole thing. Season 2 took a little bit of time to spin up, but it was good. By the way,
I mean, I crushed. Go ahead.
By the way, you have some of our 10 o'clock shows fans that are starting to watch right now. Just so you know.
Sweet. What's happening, folks? How are you? Hope you're liking this over here. I gotta try to share this to my page here, so people can catch us on. But look, I mean, this first one, we're doing some trials, and this is development. This is the progress, work in progress, right? We're developing here. Hi, Beckett.
Somebody even shared your stream, and I know that they're in danger of being in Facebook jail for sharing things too much. So, they must like you so far. It's going well.
I like it. I like it. Ugh. So, all right, I just shared that to my page. So we're gonna get good at this. Like Mike's training me. He's teaching me here, so I can be able to do this in a more streamlined fashion. But this baby.
It's definitely it's definitely your first show is definitely like trial under fire with a baby in your lap.
This is not how I planned it, by the way. But let's see. Give me 2 seconds. Just give me 2 seconds. I gotta go drop this baby off. I'll be right back.
So Chris is putting his child out on the balcony right now. If y'all remember Michael Jackson. Oh, he's back.
All right. Earpiece back in. Sorry, guys. Anyways, you might hear a little crying baby for a little bit. He's about to take a nap anyway, so that was the plan.
He's going to take a nap whether he likes it or not.
Take a nap, kid. Anyways, so you'd like a Joe Rogan podcast?
I do. Yeah, so I consume most of that in, like, I guess I watch some of the shows, but I end up watching the clip stuff, which is cool, because, sometimes 2 hours on the same stuff is a long time to go. You still there, Chris? So, everyone, welcome to Chris's show.
Are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, you're back, Chris.
It's saying my internet connection is unstable. But hey, what are you gonna do? So actually, let's segue into technology here, because actually the real reason why that not the only reason why, but one of the big reasons why I brought you on here today. Communicating in this era of everybody's on the internet right now, right? So like all of our bandwidths being kind of like divvied up, like kind of like we're like all funneled, right? So we're using Zoom right now. And it looks pretty good, I think, right? Looks pretty good on your end?
Yeah, it's a decent quality, yes.
Oh, nice. All right, cool. I was going to say, and I have my computer, we're streaming this, and I have my computer plugged right into my router. I know some people don't have that option, but I mean, that's probably the best way to go, you would say?
It definitely helps. There's a lot that goes into the whole Wi-Fi thing, and how many neighbors you have, and are they on the same channel as you, and configuring that. And whenever people get stuff for their Wi-Fi, they don't usually configure it more than just naming the network name and stuff. So there's a little bit that can go into like configuring your Wi-Fi to make it work better for you depending on your circumstances. But certainly plugging directly in avoids all that Wi-Fi stuff, especially when you have a bunch of people in the house that are connecting their Wi-Fi devices, and now you start to have IoT devices like kitchen stuff that connects to your Wi-Fi signal as well. So
yeah, I don't have too much on, but right now everybody's just watching TV. I'm the only one on the internet right now, so it's not too bad. But maybe I should probably talk to you later and dial my router in, because I definitely only named it.
The bottom line though is everyone's using their phones and tablets and everything else to do most of their day-to-day stuff. And so
Mhm.
I would just recommend maybe rebooting your router every couple of days, and if you feel like it's getting cloggy, try just rebooting it every day. Reboot it whenever you need to. I
You know,
I used to
go
put
ahead.
a timer. I used to put a timer on the router so that it would just reboot every night at like 4 a.m. because that's
Uh,
usually I was asleep.
I forgot about that trick. You told me to do that, and I actually did that at a restaurant I worked in. We had a really hard time with the router, so I put a time clock on it, and I would literally reset the router once in the middle of the night. I totally forgot about that. It's smart.
Yeah, it helps, especially when it's one thing, especially at home when you only have like 3 or 4 people banging on the internet, or maybe like 8 devices or something. But then you get into like a commercial situation with guest Wi-Fi, and it all looks like it's separate Wi-Fi's, but it still runs through the same little box that gets overwhelmed after a while. It's like a Windows computer. Like if you own a PC and you leave it on all the time and you just like wake it up when you go to the computer, there at least there reaches a point where you have to like reboot that computer because your computer's just freaking out.
I never reboot my Mac until it has a problem. Like I probably should have done that like 2 weeks ago.
And not that anyone really cares, but it all comes down to like memory leaks or like the inability to like release memory back out of cache with stuff. So your computer works and works and works and works, and the longer it works, it's filling up the memory, and does it release that whatever it's doing out of cache? And if it doesn't, you have like memory leaks. So you think you have like 8 gigs of RAM, but suddenly you only have like 4 or 5. And so it's the same thing with your little Wi-Fi router thing. After a while it becomes overwhelmed, especially when you have a lot of things making a lot of like small requests. It's not even the large video files. It's it's banging on Instagram and Facebook.
It's constantly calling for data, right? So it's like constantly refreshing.
Scrolling through your Instagram feed is more intensive than watching Netflix on your bandwidth.
Oh,
So it's that, which is
really?
really interesting to me. I don't know why people don't really talk about it. They talk about how Netflix like takes over the internet with all the movie watching, and it has a lot, but like there's way more people banging on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, all of which if a geeky person sort of watches the traffic over your your network, you can see Facebook and Instagram take up just as much. Right now this stream that's going out, somebody on the same Wi-Fi with just scrolling through Instagram will consume more data than what we are to send this stream out right now to the internet.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and I'm not counting like the Zoom meeting bandwidth, but just for this stream to go out. Yeah.
All right. So speaking to that point a little bit, what do you think about security right now? Internet security and keeping us all safe and like not getting our stuff hijacked, because I feel like if someone gets their stuff hijacked right now, they're gonna have like a mental breakdown because this is like their only release, right?
Dumb people are gonna get hacked. So there's maybe an increased likelihood of dummies getting hacked right now because they're all at home. Maybe dummies that are normally working that wouldn't be exposed to. I don't know. I don't really feel like there's much more risk than usual, other than maybe people visiting sites, having more time on their hands to visit sites they shouldn't visit.
Gotcha. True. And then maybe
I haven't put virus software on any of my computers in years, and I don't have any. I do scans.
Yeah,
I do scans, but I don't have stuff that actively sits there, because at least on most computers, it's a resource hog, and I get it.
Yeah.
Corporate, whoever, most people, it's worth it for you to have it on there, especially if you have kids. But my computers don't get used by anyone else, so, and I don't get viruses because.
You're not doing dumb stuff on your computer.
Visit your porn sites on a Mac. Like it's easy.
Yeah, my computer's strictly for work. I can't like I run all the whole Adobe suite on there. I run Ableton Live on there. I can't afford going to any weird places. It's just not worth computer getting destroyed. I was gonna say here. So cool. Do you have any other techie things you might want to share?
I don't know. It's been interesting sort of being shut in because a lot of what I've been playing with lately is signal flow and stuff to do live streaming. And so it's been interesting. There's sort of an evolution going on. There's really, so one interesting thing is right now, so normally a Logitech camera that is good enough to do live streaming, like even like this. So the camera that actually this is the laptop camera, but the camera we use to do the show normally is like a $40 to $50 camera. The camera doesn't have to be, and this is, I guess, a tip that's actually good for anything you want to do, even if you're just like regularly FaceTiming your kids or your family or your grandkids and you want to have the best sort of experiences. Like the people visually need to be engaged. So if the video looks lousy, the audio has to be good, which is why the audio usually sounds better than the video looks. But you want the video to look as good as possible, so lighting is sort of important. But right now, I challenge anyone to go out and find a USB camera that is normally like $50 or under, and check out the prices, and you're going to be horrified because there's like, it's a weird, I understand video cameras are not a necessity, but everyone is home right now, and there's been a run on the market in video cameras, and you can't find them for like less than $150, $200 right now. On like Amazon, go on Amazon, try to buy a camera. It's like $200.
Yeah, I tried last week. I'm like, okay, we're gonna do the show. What the hell are we gonna do about a camera? I'm right now. I'm using my camera on my computer, which is working great, I think. And eventually, I will get another camera. But A, I'm not really employed right now, and B, you can't get a freaking camera.
So here's what I would say is like lighting is actually more important. Most of our phones are bought within the last couple of years. The cameras are perfectly fine to do it. If you find that like your stream looks lousy, you just need to decide if it's your internet connection or if you just put too much crap on your phone and your phone is sort of bogged down and struggling. Force quit all your apps. So if you want to FaceTime or video message people, like force quit all the other apps on your device. That'll help your phone run better. Usually we're going to be using phones, but even natural lighting. So it might seem weird because you want your eyes to feel like you want to be comfortable while you're talking with somebody, but really you need the lights on. And you can't see it right now, but I have a very bright light on me, which is why you can see me right now, is because
Sure.
I have this usually bright light on me, right? And that light's probably like a $70 or $80 light on Amazon. You can still they're not price gouging for the lights right now, but there is like a long wait. So normally Amazon's like 2 days later, here's your package. And right now it's like a week and a half, 2 weeks later, here's your package, which is worth it. So if you really want to do this a lot and you're going to be at home, or a ring light can be great, especially for your sort of more casual person. If you're just video chatting a lot with family and friends. And by the way, like dating right now, like online dating apparently has turned from like you meet virtually at first and talk, and then now you meet up in person. Now it's like all virtual, and so more and more people, you need to look good. So you want a soft yellowish looking light, and that is like a beauty light. And women out there will know, like they have their beauty mirrors, right? And the light makes them look good, but usually the mirror, especially the blow up one, it's like horrifying to see all your pores and stuff.
Can you hear my baby crying in the
background? That's why I don't own one. I'll never own one of those. But the light itself makes you look really good, and that's what you want to think about. So, even if you turn around and if you have to, and you're holding your phone selfie style, like if you turn around toward a window where the sun is coming in, you'll actually look really good. You might have trouble seeing a little bit, but decide if you want to look good or if you want to, see. Who knows? There's some little tips and tricks to figure it out. If you have a really important video thing that you need to do, especially everyone's using Zoom these days, Chris, for like everything. Zoom's getting hammered on. You got to kick everyone else off the internet. Like if you have trouble with your,
hey, can you take over for 2 seconds? Sarah's calling me. Must be an emergency.
Oh yeah, sure.
I'm sorry. Hello.
Let's listen in, folks, to see what the emergency is. She's gonna be like,
no.
Did you clean the toilet? And he said no. And now she's saying, why do I hear kids crying in the background and I'm watching you on Facebook? And Chris is like, oh shit.
Okay. Well, I'm live on the internet right now.
And then she's like,
I'm on my morning show right now.
And she's like, I don't care that you're
live
on the internet right now. Fuck you. why would you have a live internet show? When I
Okay, so just do it.
And he's like, but baby, I take care of the kids all day.
Well, you're not gonna lose the health insurance, right?
And that's my job. And she's saying, I might be coming home right now. And Chris is like, I'm going to go.
Oh, no, that's okay. You just do what you gotta do. I love you.
Chris is like, I'm going to go build a shed in the backyard to live in.
I am going to build a shed in the backyard to live in, like, no doubt after that phone call. No.
Welcome back, Chris.
What's happening? All right. Anyways, my mom bought me this mug. Game of Thrones mug. My Game of Thrones mug.
Yeah, I did a little commentary while you were on the phone. I hope you don't mind.
Not at all. Not at all. I appreciate it.
And if Sarah ever watches this, that was totally my idea. He didn't tell me to. She
doesn't care. She's never gonna watch this. Hopefully.
Well, you haven't blocked her yet on Facebook? JK.
I'm just embarrassed already. So like I'm embarrassing myself. I'm embarrassing everybody else.
No, this is real life. And honestly, the blood rushing to your face makes you look better. It's like candlelight. It's cool.
I'm all sweaty. My baby's still crying. Man, this kid's not stopping.
So Chris, what I think we should spend, because no, Scott, no, there's no way for me to mute. This is Chris's meeting. I can't mute Chris on this. I guess I could have. I didn't, because that was really interesting. It's like real life. No, it's real life. Yeah. Plus, it's probably it might happen regularly. Maybe Sarah, you'll need to make like some lower thirds. That's like wife calling in on the phone right now.
Well, that phone call sounds like she's going to be home for the next month.
Oh,
which I'm totally open to that, because she works in the hospital and she's being constantly exposed to COVID, or we don't even know what's going on, and then she's bringing it home. And I have asthma, and I've had like serious respiratory issues. So if I get COVID, I'm probably not going to be good for me.
So Chris, we started a few minutes late today, but that's totally fine. Actually, everything went really well, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. And we're gonna keep ironing out the stuff, you know. So
your plan is to come on every morning at like 9 a.m. On weekdays, yes. Right?
On weekdays, Monday through Friday.
And then you're gonna have like you're gonna come on and talk for a few minutes, and then you're gonna bring a guest on, and you're gonna talk with them for probably like 15-20 minutes, right? And
yep,
find out what they're doing and listen to some cool stuff that they're up to, and give people a chance to get exposed to some cool peeps all over the place, right?
Exactly.
I think you did a great first show.
Well, thank you very much. I'm very glad that you came on, and I'm sure I'll be checking you guys out at 10 o'clock in the morning with Eric Martin, and watching the shut-ins, right? Is Eric up yet?
No, he's doing his. I think he's doing his morning routine. He's probably working out someplace. I don't know.
I like it. Still got to keep working out in these times. We're all like, went from moving around to doing nothing. So definitely, I got to do some running myself. But okay, awesome, dude. Well, you're gonna close it out here, and this will be posted and up on our website probably this afternoon. And please check back in at 10 a.m. on Disrupt America to watch Good Morning Shut-In with Mike and Eric. Coffee time. And if you want to be in the show, hit me up. Fun times. Every weekday at 9. Won't you join me for a really fun time?